Hey.
Christine, get up here.
Okay, test.
Christine Cordone. Come on.
Let her help.
And then
Are you going to sing with me? Okay. Let's do the very beginning of it. He's Larry.
and then immediately afterwards, get off real quick. All right, everybody?
He's Larry. She's Petra.
Hey, Gina. Gina Maserati. Gina! You can come and sit right next to Dave Bootle and stay up here when we're done, all right? Okay. For the first half. I'm going to have...
We need a lot of dancing going on. We need a lot of dancing in the beginning of this thing.
Yes.
Keep going.
Check. Check.
Test.
Ladies and gentlemen, starring in our show tonight, River and...
One, two, 3, 4.
He's Larry, she's Petra. Got the moves of Carmen Electra. He's Larry, he's River. Got the moves that make you quaver. He is Larry, she is Petra. They both say hello. Streaming live from Key West, Florida. Welcome to their show. He is beer, he's wine, he's weird, he's fine. Live from the Hawks Bread in beautiful downtown Key West. Tonight we have special guests Tiger and River and Katie. Also Pete, Kronowitt, Gina Maserati, the Southernmost Shrink, Dr. Fred Covan, and Trinidad Joe, and a lot more. And now here's our host, Larry, Petra, and River.
Wow, Petra, how do you like that? Dave, get up, stay up here, Dave.
Love it. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, Petra, it's nice to have you back. Where have you been?
I've been in the Key West.
Oh, all right. But you
Where's
have-
that?
That's well.
Okay,
somewhere
this
in
is
the middle.
Petra Sobek. This is River Washington, ladies and gentlemen.
River.
Where have you been, River?
Well, I went to Atlanta, had a couple auditions.
How'd that work out for you?
Well, it was a wonderful experience, but unfortunately, they failed to see the potential.
What's wrong with those people? who was it?
Please.
Who was it? That Aerosmith guy didn't get it or what?
Oh, no, it was Piers Morgan, Sharon Osbourne, and Howie Mandel.
Pierce Morgan, that guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Howie Mandel's got some issues anyway, so he wouldn't.
This is Dave Bootle. Where have you been, Dave?
Well, I've been around. Key West, have you been there?
Key West. Yes,
Yeah.
I've
Never
of it.
heard about that.
No, it's a nice place.
Where's
Nice
that?
place. It's a big island off the coast of Hawaii.
And of course, Gina Maserati. Gina. Well, how have you been and where have you been?
I feel like I've been to Nashville since all these songwriters were down here, and we've adopted almost half of Nashville because we love the songwriters so much.
I know. Didn't you write a song and participate in it last year?
Oh, I write one for every year.
Oh, did you do one this year?
Oh yeah, it was called "You Look Like Your Mama but Sound Like Your Papa Blues."
Why didn't you tell me, man? Could you do a little of it?
Slow blues in A. Well, here I stand before you, and this I must confess. I guess you must be wondering what I'm doing in this dress. I hope I'm not confusing you. Let me give you the blues. I got the look like your mama, but sing like your papa blues.
Gina
That
Maserati.
was very nice.
Look like your mama, but sing like your papa blues. How do you like that, Petra?
That can happen in the Key West.
Okay, and that, man, I stand up and show the folks what you have on. You, stand up.
Me?
Yes,
Petra,
you.
come on.
How do you like that, ladies and gentlemen?
Absolutely stunning.
Now, where did you get, this is new?
Yes, I got that at La Creperie, if you know, in Petronia, the next door. They open a new store, a new boutique.
Very good.
And they have a very nice
I love it.
Key West Yeah.
And what about you, River? I see that you got a new vest there, right?
This is from the homemade factory of my mother.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
the homemade factory of the hood, or what are you? The Partridge Family of the hood, right? Is that what you
The
guys?
homemade family of my mother in the hood.
Okay. And I wish I could. Dave, what the hell are you wearing?
I'm wearing the same stuff I wore last night.
Have you
You got
been
a
home
problem?
yet?
Well,
No,
actually, he
I'm
said
still
that he
awake.
had the same dress as Petra, but he had to change when he saw that.
But my bag didn't match it, so I had to put it away.
Where are you performing now, Dave? Tell the folks.
I'm performing at Aqua every Friday afternoons, 4:30 to 7:30. I'm actually also performing on Sunday nights at Virgilio's, 9:30 to 1, and Mondays at La Di Da from 8:30 to 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Gina, are you doing any performing or what? Other than the songwriters thing?
We're about performed out for a little while after that.
Okay. All right. And what about you?
Stop that.
River, do you have stuff coming up?
In front of Starbucks, I guess.
Okay. All right, very good.
That's where I first met him, in front of Starbucks.
Well, we have some folks here tonight. Pete Kronowitt, John, I don't know his last name, and Mary, I don't know her last name. And they are singer-songwriter. Pete's a singer-songwriter from Los Angeles. Would you guys come up here and take your places while I talk about you? And they had been my Sunday showcase guests this Sunday, and they came. He came not only with the drummer and the bass player, but he also came with like 30 of his fans. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I got that they all turned 50 this year. Is that correct, Pete, or what?
Too many of us.
All right, okay. And they came from L.A., from Florida, from
Vermont, they came from Maryland, Virginia, all over the country.
So it's
Very
like
good.
Yeah.
So it's like the national cheering squad.
Yeah, it was very much like the cheering squad. And
Okay.
they were having a pretty good time.
What song are you going to do for us right now?
We're going to do a song called Passive Day.
Do it.
Okay. Since we've been down, yeah, it's real hot. My mind is rolling, but my body's not. Think I wanna stay inside today, sit and dream my life away. Well, you know what I say. You know what they say. I declare this holiday. It's just another passive day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Monday morning got the alarm ringing. I think I just gonna keep sleeping. My baby turns and she starts to play. Well, I think I'm gonna blow up work today. Well, you know what you say. You know what they say. She says it's a holiday. It's turned into a passion day. Whoa, 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 whoa. Spontaneous laziness, with a contemptuousness. Everyone needs to see their own bliss. Whoa, 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 whoa. Friends go out and they do the town, and you decide you wanna hang around. What I'm trying to say is it's alright if you wanna stay inside tonight. 'Cause you know what I say. You know what they say. I declare it's a holiday. It's just another passive day. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Pete Kronowitt, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Pete, have a seat right there. We want to ask you some questions. Tell us about that song. What was the inspiration, and how many songs have you written? And tell us about your songwriting career.
That's like 5 Axel questions in a row. You can only answer one at a time.
Well, pick one and run with it.
I'll go with the inspiration for the song. So that was a friend of mine, Dave. He just didn't want to go out at night. So, I thought I would kind of give him some encouragement. I wrote him, he's kind of passive. And that second verse, yeah, he doesn't want his wife to know about that second verse.
Well,
she just find out.
only that we're on the internet and it goes over the world.
There's that.
And tell us about your bass player and your drummer there.
So John David Coppola, my bass player. I went to school with John at American University, and John played on my first CD, Phases of the Heart. Played some great bass stuff, and John's been playing with Mary Schaefer, and Mary's got her own band as well for more than 20 years, and they both play in a lot of different genres of music.
Are you all from L.A.?
From D.C. area. We're from the D.C. area.
Okay, all right.
But
So
we met in D.C.
how do you get together and rehearse and write songs and stuff?
Well, we've been doing this for a long time. We played. John played on my CD. Then John's helped teach Mary some of the stuff, and then we go on the road and do this.
Very good. Well, thank you all for being here. That's Pete Kronowitt and his band. We're going to be back.
Thanks, Pete.
Sing it, Pete.
What am I singing? Passive Day.
We'll be right back. How do you like Pete Kronowitt, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, yeah. You stay, all right? Hey, Alex. Alex Okinczyc. Hey, you guys gotta get off.
Hey, put the lights down.
Well, hey, how do you like Pete Kronowitt, ladies and gentlemen? Did you like that music, Petra?
Oh yes, it was very nice. I like it.
What kind of music would you describe that as being?
You asking me? It's probably country, isn't it?
That's a
Probably
tech-
country,
like
yeah, kind of like
country?
country. What do you?
technical question.
Yeah, what do you think it was?
I call it Key Westican.
Key Westican, all right. Hey, we got Alex Okinczyc up here, ladies and gentlemen. Can we have a nice round of applause for Alex? Alex has been with us the whole time. He writes all the songs about Key West, and he had the Alexettes back there when we started out at the Bottle Cap, and a couple of them up here as well. But Alex, give us your little synopsis, history, if you will, of the Larry and Jenna show, and now the Larry show. Go ahead.
Well, it started out, of course, as we know, at the Bottle Cap, and I'm always amazed at all the great talent that Larry comes across. He always has a list of great talent that shows up for the shows. And I know when I was doing my show, my little skit, I had Gina Maserati and, of course, Petra and Dare Fritz. And oftentimes we'd grab somebody out of the audience because we needed an extra person, and we did these little skits and songs. And, as I think about the whole, it was a real learning experience and a lot of creativity. I think we all
it was fun.
And, I was really amazed how good some of
really
the actors
fun.
and actresses were. We didn't get a chance to really rehearse a whole lot. And everybody ad-libbed, and it just worked out really
And the
good.
bottom line, that's what it's supposed to be about, right? Is just having fun.
Speaking of ad-libbing, I know that we have this song prepared for the last time. You have a song that you wrote called Hurricanes Love Crazy People. Let's do a little of that right now.
All right.
Sure.
Came to Florida, moved to the Keys, escaping the ice and snow. Coconut palms and balmy breeze, what more did I need to know? Bought me a trailer, a 13-foot whaler, got me a dog and cat. Looking around, they're boarding up town, hurricane would change all that. 'Cause hurricanes love crazy people who stay in their mobile homes and eat double wide floats high and high to the bones. Premature evacuators heavy nerve, foolhardy stay behind. When a hurricane party's in full swing, it's too late to change your mind. You don't hang around a tornado, a wildfire or an earthquake. Caught in the middle of any of these would be a fatal mistake. Now there's good reason in hurricane season to leave before they make landfall. The Key West bars are closing fast. I heard them yell last call. 'Cause hurricanes love crazy people who stay in their mobile homes. They need double wide floats high and tight in the island bones. Premature evacuators heading north, foolhardy stay behind. When the hurricane party's in full swing, it's too late to change your mind. It's too late to change your mind. Too late to change your mind. By the way, hurricane season ain't too far away.
That's an Alex Okinczyc original. Anybody who's been here during hurricane season, that makes a lot of sense. Hey, Tiger, I mean River, would you introduce your brother and would you do a song for us?
Of course. Now coming up, my little brother, who is 10, Tiger Maximus, calling to the stage.
Hand him that mic there. Yep. And
thank you.
Tell us about your experience up there in wherever you went. Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah. How did you like it?
It was awesome.
It was awesome? Okay. And did you see some other great acts?
Lots.
Okay. And how would you rate your act compared to all those other ones you saw?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
It was best.
Yes.
The best? Okay.
The best.
It was best.
Yeah, of course.
And that to, this is Tiger and River, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to be playing you a little something called Sweet Child of Mine.
Woo!
She's got a smile that it seems to me reminds me of childhood memories where everything was as fresh as the bright blue sky. Now and then when I see her face, it takes me away to that special, probably break down and cry.
go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? We go. Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go? No, 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 no. Sweet child, sweet child of mine. Thank you very much. Now calling Larry up to the stage.
Woo! River, a tiger, awesome, man.
And how about my dancing
Thank you,
partner?
guys.
That's
Thank you very
Katie
much.
out there.
Thank you, Katie.
My dad was beautiful.
High fives, Katie.
Have a seat.
Come on,
Katie.
bring it on. Nice
Katie,
high fives.
grab that
There we go.
mic
Atta
now.
girl,
Tell us
atta girl.
about yourself. Did you go up there to Atlanta as well?
No.
Okay, and tell us about your career in show business.
Well, I'm sort of following with Tiger and River.
Okay, all right. You're like their backup singer,
Yes, but I'm learning songs with them.
and sometimes you're singing front and they're backing you up, right?
Yes.
Very good. You're going to sing one a little later, right? What song are you going to do later?
The Climb by Hannah Montana.
All right, okay, very good. All right, we always have a theme, and next segment we're going to bring Dr. Covan up here. Dr. Covan has been, what we want to do with this last show, we're going on a hiatus, is thank everyone involved. I'd like to thank Guy DeBoer. Without Guy DeBoer, this would not be possible. Like to thank Karen Leonard, who is behind the camera right now. Karen has been with us from the start. Mary Deasy, who is our stage manager and helps set up and the whole works. And Dr. Covan, Fred Covan, the Southernmost shrink, has been with us from the start. He is going to be, Chris Estes, of course, Chris Estes. And Adrian, who's helped us out. Thank you, Guy. I was going to get mad. What the hell's Guy doing now? All right, I got it. That was a good one, Guy. Of course, Petra. Yeah. You've been
Larry,
with us.
of course.
Okay. But we're going to go to break, and our theme this week is self-evaluation. We're going to actually evaluate the show. That's why I'm taking a little hiatus. And when we come back, it's going to be better. So here we go. Oh, sweet child of mine. Whoa. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Hey, Fred Covan, would you come up? And hey, Christine, why don't you come up in this one? Yeah, Christine Cordell. Yeah, but move one chair down. Yeah, move one down. Come on, Petra, sing it. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Little scatting to get us started off here. Thank you for. Hey, how do you like Tiger and River and Katie, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you. So, Larry, do you happen to have a translation for all that scatting?
No, that's you know what? That is speaking in tongues. Dr. Covan told me that. Our theme is self-evaluation, or like I'm gonna. We're going on hiatus so that I could reevaluate how we do the show and how we can make the show better. And when we come back, trust me that when we come back, the show will be better production quality, better sound, better lighting, better streaming over the internet. I want to also be over television, and I want to have a casting director so that up until just the last couple weeks, Jenna and I did everything together. Jenna left. I was doing it all myself. That means writing the show, sending out the preliminary script to everybody, booking everybody, hours and hours on the television, on the telephone, and on the internet, and just getting people together. I'd like to have a casting director, and so all those things are being explored. So that's why we're going on hiatus. But I thought about the self-evaluation of the show, and I thought that people also sometimes stop and evaluate and analyze themselves so that they could see how they are acting in life and how they can make themselves a better person. Would you speak to that, Dr. Fred Covan, the Southernmost shrink? Thank you, Dr. Covan, for being with us from the very beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. And you have really come a long way in, I think, how you are on stage and your philosophies and your analysis, as always, is just great. So,
yeah, I'd like to actually see some of the earlier shows so I can see my own change in terms of being a performer, because that self-awareness is not something that you can just get without seeing it. You need that kind of feedback. I shaved my beard. Yes, that's part of the change. Yeah, we all should be willing to change and look at ourselves. However, most people don't do it. It's interesting. If you listen to yourself on a recording, you never know what you say. It always sounds strange. I don't sound like that.
Fred, I'm sorry. Do you think that you would see in yourself a difference between the first show and today? Like maybe a progression or not progression. I don't know.
I
A
can
difference
tell.
between
You-
from the.
I don't know.
I've always
do.
said
Yeah.
you feel more comfortable.
I'm certainly
Do
more
you
comfortable.
feel more comfortable
I-
on stage, under the lights, and on the camera and everything? You feel more comfortable than you were.
I've always done, stuff. I've done presentations. I was spokesman.
how did this come that we are analyzing Dr. Covan?
We are.
How did
He's
this
the
happen?
doctor. We are analyzing the
so
doctor.
we should start analyzing you.
Well, no, I think Dr. Covan should analyze us.
I-
So,
I-
doctor, how do you
Kristen,
feel
I
about that? How does that make you feel?
I think he's jealous.
He is.
Oh yeah. Goodness.
But anyway, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about how when I look in the proverbial mirror, if I'm actually, when I look in the mirror, if I'm seeing myself the way other people see me.
Most people really don't see themselves honestly, objectively. I mean, they have all kinds of distortions about how they think they look, and it takes a good friend, and most friends won't be honest enough to really tell you the truth because they're scared of jeopardizing the relationship. That's one of the jobs of a good therapist, a psychologist, is to tell people what they really are like. I've had people come in to my office and describe how they're being in the world, and I'll usually, if it's appropriate, say something like, "You're really an..."
It's okay. You can say that, Fred. You can
And
say
I have
that.
said that to people, and it's like they love it because somebody's really being honest with
I think
them.
if I went into his office and he said, "I think you're an asshole," I think I'd get a different doctor. I need a different doctor because my doctor thinks I'm an asshole.
Well, if you really are, you'd need to know it.
Don't need.
Okay, say if we do, if we do analyze ourselves and we see that there are something that we don't like and we want to change, how do we go about doing that?
Well, you have to actually break down exactly what it is that you see that you don't like about yourself. And performers do this all the time. I mean, they're working in front of cameras, in front of mirrors, and you're fine-tuning yourself. So you look at what you do, how you sound, what you say, and you adjust it. And that's what acting school is about.
Larry,
That's what
have you
performance
seen
is.
a show? Have you watched one of these? Thank you. Question answered.
I think I might shoot myself in the head if I watched one of these. But
You're not dead yet, so you haven't seen
no,
it.
I have.
Maybe he like it.
You know what? To tell you the truth, it has been such a procedure to just. I was working on. Well, there is no next show, but I was working on this show before the airing of the show. I mean, I just don't really have the time. I would like to. Jen and I, when we first started, would sit down and watch the show and criticize each other. Okay, so we did, but that was it. We didn't even have a template for how we were running the show yet. The show was pretty much hodgepodge, mishmash. We kind of have a way of we're doing it now, as you know, because you've been involved the last couple of years. By the way, Dave Bootle is a great co-host, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think? And how do you like Petra filling in? And what about River?
I just to let you know, I will never do this show again. I will never do it again without River. That's it.
No, River's the cat.
If River's not here, I'm not doing it.
River, let me ask you. Didn't you tell me that you always had the ambition of hosting a show?
Yes, I did, and finally it come true. And you see yourself as a performer, you start to evolve. You look at yourself and you find little things you want to change. So evolution is in performances, evolution in life, and evolution in everything you do.
Could you give Dr. Covan a little bit more advice? What the hell?
Come on, River.
Hey, Fred, what the hell are you even on the show for?
I don't know. I think he's upstaging me. You know.
Fred's out, River's in.
Yeah.
We were going to have Christine Cordone's comment, but before that, come up and sing.
You with the sad eyes, don't be unhappy. How I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can't lose sight of it all, and the darkness around you makes you feel so small. I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors. And that's why I love you, so don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow. Show me a smile then. Don't be unhappy, can't remember when I last saw you laughing. If this world makes you crazy and taking all you can bear, you call me up, you know I'll be there. I'll see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors. True colors are beautiful. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful like a rainbow.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. With Trinidad Joe. everybody's free on Wednesday. Good idea. Yeah, we're gonna do another song. Oh, hey, Tiger River, you're not up this one, next one. Yeah. Hey, Christine, why don't you come up and co-host on this one? Because you didn't say a word.
Christine, come on.
Get up here next to your Dave Bootle.
More people, good. There's gonna be more people, so it's gonna be more.
Yeah, Petra. Come on, Petra. Come on, Dave. Come on, Christine. Come on, everybody. Sit back. A little scatting to get us back in. Hey, how did you like Christine Cordone singing there the last time?
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you, Larry.
Two callers.
She's got the voice of an angel and Christina Aguilera put together.
Wow.
That
Man,
was
this
very
kid does
nice.
the schmooze good. I love it.
All right, Christine, give us your little, do you have a little synopsis or a little anecdote about the show and what you thought about the show? I wanted you involved and you refused.
I did.
Yeah. Why did you refuse to be
I
involved?
did.
Because you're her
it's-
husband.
Because
sorry.
we'd be sitting too close to each other.
Did I say that? On the
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, I asked you and you just thought you were too busy, I guess.
Well, I know you well enough to know it would be way more work than I would want to chew off.
Okay, all right. So since
why.
you weren't involved, give us your impression of the show and do you have any thoughts?
I thought the show was terrific. It was kind of fun to watch it as an observer from the inception and all the process that went through and all the people that were contacted on a weekly, daily basis, and just what went into putting. It seems to go quick, the 60 minutes, but it was amazing how many hours went behind the scene. So, and I hope that everyone has a nice rest and come back even stronger and more powerful. And I learned something from watching you on the show. Some little handshake. Was that hello and goodbye?
Shaka.
Is that what that meant? Hello and did that mean hello and goodbye?
Didn't you learn that on the show, right?
I learned it on the show, and I think that's appropriate tonight.
kinda
to
like-
say hello to everyone.
Let's
but
shaka, baby,
but-
shaka.
it's going to come back. It's a hello and goodbye, but it's like affinity.
Yeah.
Before and after.
Never see
and
that.
eternally. So it'll keep coming back if it's a good thing.
Since we don't know you, tell us what you do and tell us what keeps you busy.
Well, I am a school teacher, kindergarten teacher for Gerald Adams School. I've been there for 15 years. In my spare time, when I'm not teaching, I like to watercolor paint, and I do a lot of watercolors and sell my artwork at Art at 8:30. But most
Where is Art at 8:30?
It's at 830 Caroline Street.
Very good.
But foremost, my first career, and probably will always be my first love, is singing and performing. And it's taken me through many places and meeting wonderful people, and also how I met my husband, Larry Smith.
There you have it.
So still work with him and wonderful singer-songwriters that come through town.
Would you introduce Pete Kronowitt and the band? And I know you were there Sunday. Give us your impression of Pete Kronowitt and his band. Come on up here, Pete. John.
All right, I'd like to introduce Pete
Mary and John, and they give you one heck of a fun night. I was there Sunday. It was warm and fuzzy. The music is lighthearted. It's fun. It's rhythmic. You want to get up and dance and sing to the hook. I loved it. Fantastic. And good followers, too.
Thank you, Christine. Hello.
Fun
Thank you,
people.
Christine.
Fun people.
What are we going to do now, Pete?
We're going to do something a little, that takes some self-evaluation.
Okay, baby.
I was told you've gone your way and finally learned how to pray. So here I sit in another hotel room. Is this I've been learning to groove? Without you, I can learn to sing. Without you, I don't care if I'm on tour. Without you, I'll stay up all night. Without you, there's no one to fight. Well, I don't know where you are. I sit and dream once upon a bar. So here I am, all alone, and think of you on the telephone. Without you, I can learn to sing the blues. Without you, I don't care if I'm on tour. Without you, I stay out all night. Without you, there's no one to find. Thank you.
Pete Kronowitt. Pete, tell us about that song and.
Well, I wrote a song, my first CD called Faces of the Heart, called Within Me, and this was kind of like a follow-up song, which was really supposed to be more tongue-in-cheek, and it was kind of fun to write more than just. I like trying to experiment with things.
Very good. Thank you. Would you invite Trinidad Joe to come up here and do some old school poetry?
Hey, Trinidad.
And you guys can stay right there.
All right.
And we will play behind him improvisationally.
Thank you. One thing. This one is a cappella, no accompaniment. Okay. So everybody take a break and let me run it. It's called.
We got fired. Trinidad.
Larry, you're
Where's
used.
the improvisational spirit? Son?
Larry, you must be used to being fired.
It's all
Come
good.
on.
It's all good. Trust me, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Well, what are they supposed to do there now? Just stand there like
Take
this?
five.
Fix your hat, Larry.
Listen to
Fix your
Trinidad
hat.
Joe.
Take a break.
Fix your
Here we
hat.
go. This is called. There's a second half of the poem called "The Young Man and the Sea," about 4 friends and I sailing around the world. Here we go. We sailed the 7 seas and did whatever we pleased. With the stars to guide us and the sky beside us, we lived a life of ease. We visited islands big and small and met people short and tall. A few we met even made a bet that we wouldn't even get back home at all. But boy, they were so wrong. And even though it took us long, we had to get back home and not forever roam and wear the winner's crown. It took a very long time, but in the end, it all worked out fine. The other boats had a big head start because of the error on my part, and we still were the first across the finish line. The other sailors were so amazed. They had never had one of these days. They were so surprised to see that the winner was Jesse. Some walked around in a daze. But we won it fair and square. Yes, he was the best sailor there. They had all tried their best, but still lost the contest, so they gave him a mighty cheer. And finally, a parade was held one day, and again, we led the way. Around the island and back, in the front of the pack, and all the folks yelled, hip hip, hooray! Hooray! The young man in the sea. Come on in, hit it!
Yeah. Hit it, baby!
Come on.
Hit it!
That's Trinidad Joe. Come on, let's play it one more time.
Thank you, Trinidad Joe.
Without you.
I can learn to sing the blues without you. I don't care if I'm off without you. I'll stay all night without you. 1, 2, 5.
Here we go. Thank you. We'll be right back. Pete Kronowitt, Trinidad Joe, man. What the hell was that?
Jealous. You're jealous just because you want you to accompany him.
All right, Christine, you're excused. Yep, you come up and sit next to Dave Bootle. Katie, you sit next to Tiger. Hey, Pete, great job. Mary. Yeah. The band will when they come back up. Petra.
Check. Thank you.
I'm so glad he didn't ask us to scat with him. So thank you very much. We wouldn't have to scat.
Wow, the kids are multiplying now.
Oh my goodness.
Dave, who do you got over there with you?
There's a lot of kids here. I don't know who they are.
Are they your?
They might be mine.
Are they your children?
There might be.
They probably
this
are.
is Tiger. This is Tiger.
He looks exactly like you,
And
man.
this is we're brothers actually.
I see that.
We're brothers.
Tiger, is
And
that your father?
This is,
No.
Oh, yeah.
good answer, Tiger.
Oh, maybe.
Good answer.
Katie,
This is Katie.
Where's your mic, Katie?
Oh, right here.
Is that your father?
No.
Oh, come on, tell the truth. All right, she's right.
All right.
I'm not her father.
Tiger.
I could be
take
your
the-
grandfather.
Maybe.
I want to know from you about your how do you self-evaluate yourself? Do you do that on occasion?
What do you think about yourself?
Yeah.
I think that I'm awesome.
All right.
Every way.
Okay. All right.
That's my brother.
That's a pretty cool self-evaluation.
Petra, what do you think about that?
That was pretty good.
And Petra, what about you? I know that you work really hard. You work at the creperie. You work on the golf course. You have to put up with drunk people like me, like you did today, and Don Manaher, and this guy and that guy and the whole works.
Yeah, that's a very hard job.
All right. Now let me ask you: do you ever go home and look in the mirror and say, "What in the hell am I doing?"
Probably every day.
Oh, and when you self-evaluate, do you say, "I got to get out of this," or do you? Because I get that you really like what you do.
Well, I do. I really like what I'm doing. So I said, yeah, I can do it tomorrow too. And next day I can say, yes, today is the last day. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay. Well, very good. What
about you, Larry?
Let's see. I don't dare analyze for fear that I might have to come up with a solution.
Fred does that very well.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Fred, what about that? Fred, I don't analyze, and I don't analyze. Could you come up here really? I need you. How come that one's there? How come that? Take that one right there and
It doesn't work very well. You might want to take the other one.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, stay right there and talk right on it. Yeah.
Stay right here.
Yeah.
That was the most
Well, you know what? I almost would not like to analyze. I don't analyze myself because for fear that I might analyze myself.
Well, that was the most honest, insightful thing you've ever said.
Oh, that's crap.
I think I say only the truth, always.
No, actually,
That's crap, too.
You do analyze yourself. I've heard you, talk about yourself in an open, honest kind of way. So you do.
I guess I do.
You
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
You know?
But I don't do it in private, for Christ's sake.
Well, you're a performer. So you do your analysis in public. That's part of the performance.
Well, let me ask you this. Is there a problem if people don't ever analyze themselves?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I mean, definitely. There are a lot of people who can't step back and look because they're scared of what they'll see.
I think I'm that, in a way.
I don't know. I don't disagree.
Well, good. So, you know what? If I went to see you as a shrink, you always say there's nothing wrong with me when I talk to you in
That's
public.
not true either.
Oh.
Objection from the backseat. Objection. Objection.
I never said that. I never said that. That's what he heard. So that's the problem sometimes.
Oh, Katie, what do you think about that?
He said you are warped in a huge way, but you took it as you're fine.
Ah, all right, okay. Hey, you know what? Thank you, Doc.
I'm done now, right?
Man,
Get out of here.
we have to have a 2-hour show. You know what? When I evaluate the show, I think we have to have an hour and a half show. There's not enough time to do this shit. I mean, we're done. We have like 8 more minutes here. And
it's a great show. There's a lot of good stuff in it, and
Johnny Carson used to do an hour and a half.
Well, it's possible. I think during this period of analysis that we're talking about doing, I think we should look at some old shows and all together as a group, put our heads together and see what should be tightened up, what should be eliminated, and that's true.
Next Wednesday, 9 o'clock, we're all going over to Doc's house. Everybody's invited. Doc said he's going to put out the barbecue, grab and cater it, and swim in his pool.
Bar.
Yeah, open bar.
Alcohol
Party
supplied.
at Doc's house and you're invited.
Yeah, right.
I got to check with my wife.
Okay. But
Where do you
anyway,
live? What's
River and Tiger are the bartenders, by the way.
Right.
Just to let you know.
Hey, Doc, would you ask Tiger and River and Katie to do a song?
Tiger, River, Katie, would you do a song for us, please?
And what are you going to do? The Climb by Miley Cyrus or Hannah Montana or by Madonna? Who is this? All right, come on over here, Tiger. Do it.
Come on, Katie.
Did he say Madonna?
Thank you very much, everybody.
I can almost see it, the dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying, you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost in no direction. My faith is shaking, and I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. 'Cause there's always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. And about how fast I get there. And about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. The struggles I'm facing, the chances I'm taking, sometimes might knock me down, but no, I'm not breaking. I may not know it, but these are the moments that I'm gonna remember most. Yeah, just gotta keep going, and I gotta keep strong. Just keep pushing on, 'cause there's always gonna be another mountain. Always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes you're gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's the climb. It's the
Very nice, everybody. Very nice.
Excellent, Katie.
Larry, I think you just
Blackman.
lost your job. I'm just saying.
Hey, how about how do you like the kids, man? Yeah. I think Helen Keller could even analyze when we do the self-analyzation that we're gonna invite these kids to be part of the show every time when we come back. Any objections to that? No objections. Yeah. All right.
I hope that's not an objection.
Hey, yeah, that wasn't really a rounding round of cut, right?
I guess not.
Katie, great job. Hey, Katie, grab that mic and ask Pete Kronowitt and his band to come back up here one more time, will you? Pete Kronowitt.
Pete and the band, come up.
No,
Keep it
get up
simple.
and give him the real big one. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, Pete and the band. Get up there and do it. I know you can.
Oh, Larry,
Come on.
she's 8.
Get up there. Come on, Katie, get right up. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
Pete and the band.
Pete and the band.
Ah!
Oh, Larry, she's 8.
Hey, Kate, get out here and do that little dance that you do. That would get our people right. Go ahead, do that. Remember that one that I like? Yeah. Yeah, do the one that when you do that, it looks like an Irish jig or something.
She said there's a lot of dances that I do, Larry. Yeah. I'm not sure which one you want. Look at it. Woo!
You're good, you're good.
That was good.
I missed it. What'd you do?
Larry, you were looking the other way.
Oh,
Okay.
man. Hey, Pete, thank you for being here. How do you like Pete Kronowitt, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank you, Pete. Thank you
Thank you for having me, Larry. So this is the ultimate, or I think the ultimate in Key West self-evaluation songs.
After the first chorus, the whole cast get up here and sing with Pete.
I'm sitting in a dark room with no lights on. I'm gonna follow in the footsteps of Paul Gauguin. I'm gonna paint lots of women with no tops on. Somebody told me this Jean-Paul Sartre said freedom is drinking, hey, that's a start. But let me tell you, he's no Rene Descartes. But if you can't control what you do, you got some thinking to do. I think I'll have a drink. I think, therefore I drink. Whoa.
Come on, guys.
If you drink too much, then you're losing touch. It's time you settle down. Maybe one more round. Richard Morrison said, the poems and songs live long past the dead. Then he said the time's near to go next door for a beer or a margarita. The world spins out of control, but they got Bin Laden yesterday. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get wild before the night gets old. But if you can't control what you do, you got some thinking to do. I think I'll have a drink. I think, therefore I drink. Whoa. Yeah. But if you can't control what you do, you got some thinking to do. I think I'll have a drink. I think, therefore I drink. Whoa.
Here we go, B flat.
He's Larry, she's Petra, got the moves of Carmen Electra. He's Larry, he's River, got the moves to make you quiver. He is Larry, she is Petra, they both say hello. Streaming live from Key West, Florida, welcome to the show. He is beer, she's wine, he's weird, she's fine.
Thank you all. River, thank everybody.
Thank you very much and good night. Thank you.
Hallelujah.